Love. Check it out, Tempest versus SQ to start off our top 8 winner side.
Indeed it is, and SQ off to a strong start. Two very strong characters here to try to... Someone says, I don't want to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! To play Strive. That sucks for you. You're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. Hit him with the black wings.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh! All the way down.
Wait, it's all Yu-Gi-Oh! Always has been. I activate my trap card.
We're getting rolled through the wall here. SQ doing quite well here into Tempest's Leo. Gonna get their RC. Keeps it going to the wall. The juggle points are insane right now.
Yeah, that juggle was super nutty from SQ. Positive bonus going to be great here with the life lead that they have. That works out wonderfully. Forces Tempest to spend the blue RC. Even this back throw is okay as long as you're comfortable blocking the mix-up. They were not comfortable blocking the mix-up. Smoked by the overhead. Cross up to get the low. Tempest is going to be able to close out that round. Hold the head of the Forbidden One right there. Yeah, Erebus, if I pull the right spells, I win with Exodia. Could you imagine if Asuka had a just like, yeah, you just win the round spell? A 1 in 500.
That's what Hero was, Brad. Like, that's literally what Hero in Smash Brothers was. Is if you got the right spell, it 1 KO'd. Like, free.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Somebody get Banjo back on the line right now.
Dan Cravat, the resident Smash player. He's on staff.
Dan is not a Smash player. I've known Dan for a long time. He's not a Smash player.
Dan knows.
Oh, I love that IAD back. JS.
Oh,
says what?
Gets the juggle. Through the wall we go. No, Slime, didn't on release, I can't remember what the spell name was. Wasn't the one spell that, like, it literally just threw you off the screen?
Woo! Damage from SQ, close it out that round. 1 round apiece here in game 1. I feel like we're juggling 4 different conversations right now. Godson says I want to lose my channel points. Oh, you want the predictions in chat.
All right, if you want,
that's what we were asking for.
Yeah, I'll throw a prediction up right now, and you guys can gamble on the round as it is.
Per round gambling?
No, that's
the Casa experience?
That's too much. We got to get a dedicated prediction guy if we're going to do that. Wait, did I turn it off?
This lockdown right now from Tempest is looking dominant. SQ has to spend the burst in order to pull Tempest back. Damn, even the way Tempest moves is like, there's so many layers to elicit a response. Tempest doesn't dash from mid-screen to get to you. It's 2 or 3 micro dashes, and in each of the little gaps, it's like, oh, okay, are you going to do something about it? Are you going to, like, pull something out that I need to be, you know, interested in? Like, Tempest is so good about staying in that data acquisition mode.
So, there's actually a leftover prediction from last night's grand finals. So,
oh my god.
So
nothing but professionalism from Casa.
So we're back in. We have a new fresh one. You got like 45 seconds left. Tempest versus SQ. Tempest has the Tempest is the 1 game lead, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Tempest with the 1 game lead. Get your bets in, channel points, your Casa coins, put them on the line.
Going for that cross up once again, right into the overhead. SQ is crumbling on defense a little bit there. At a 50% life deficit. Nice pickup, but they're not close enough to the corner to really get all the mileage out of it that they wanted. A dash cancel 2D. You remember when they nerfed that button and Leo players cried? I remember.
Yeah, it was the same patch he was able to cross you up in the corner. Like, it was such a nothing burger.
Round goes to Tempest. Sure, that's the... Hey, remember when Ramlethal was supposed to be the best character in the game?
Were we on a limited beta roster? Or could we play the whole
I mean, well,
cast?
that too. She was the best in the beta as well, but like I feel like every patch that comes out, people are like, "Oh damn, Ram's top 1 now," and then it never happens.
Yeah, I mean, even when because I was thinking she never really won majors either, right? Like I was always thinking like everyone's like Ramlethal's top 1, top 1, top 1. It's like, all right, well, why is Nagoriyuki winning every major? Why is Happy Chaos winning every major? And Ramlethal's not even in top 8.
Yo, Cravat says Kid Buu effect, which is interesting because Super Noon played both of them and didn't get dubs with either of them.
Damn, that's a stray. Shoutouts to Super Noon, I guess.
I can't believe I shot that.
Like, that is from downtown ricocheting.
I'm just calling out the pattern. 2H checks, but damn, that dash 2D is looking dominant. Nice throw out of SQ. We saw stuff like that out of other Rim players so far tonight, but it just seems like SQ feels like they're one step behind the curve so far. Oh no, that was like overcommitment, right? Oh no, we get plus frames off of that. I forgot.
It's plus 14 on block, so we take those. But Dexon's right. Zando did win the mix-up, so Ramlethal does have that one in the back pocket. But like, if that's the metric, Temkin just won Texas Showdown, so it's kind of silly. But the prediction thing actually reminded me of a funny story from CEO 2021.
Okay.
So Bunch and I were checking out Jabali Land at like 2 a.m. on one of the first nights, and there were people side betting Mario Party. And so,
oh god.
So Bunch spotted me like $1 or whatever. He's like, who you like? And I picked my person, and then like we forgot about it and went about our day. The next day I'm sitting there and he just walks up and just hands me like cash. And I'm like, what is this? And he goes, oh, it's the Mario Party bet. And I was like, what? What are you talking about?
Betting on Mario Party is a legit ass coin flip, right? Like you could bet the person who's been winning the whole game, and then at the end of it, Toad comes out and they're like, and here's the biggest sucker award. 5 stars go to the person who lost. And you're just like, oh, they just win now. Whoops.
Yeah, and that's why you only do it in dollars, Brad. Only bet what you can afford.
And that's what modern controls are like. I'm completely kidding. Modern controls are fine. Tempest up the first round here in game 3. You like how I didn't even linger on that? Damn. Should have lingered on down back a little bit longer, SQ. Lingered on some throw tech. Damn. Find some defense, SQ, please.
Thankfully, this overdrive does nearly negative damage. So even though you get the positive bonus and the Oki, not much you can do about it. That's a huge counter hit, and yeah, no point in bursting. Gold burst though, hella worth it.
Ooh,
only to get
dash up 5D to get smoked by the DP. Goddamn, Tempest.
You can bookmark that, and another special move will come up. Don't run out of mana because you lose more health if you get hit. This is how you get mana. Son, I'm good.
Yo, that character is DNF Duel on crack.
Absolutely not.
No, that character is every fighting game put together right now.
Yeah, like it's just ridiculous. So Aaron
Godson says Blaze Blue character. Yeah, it's looking like Blaze Blue meets differential calculus.
Yeah, Arakune. That was the exact character I was thinking about when I said BBCF.
No, that is not Arakune. That shit is 9 the Phantom. That shit is.
It's 9 the Phantom in the Matrix.
Not Izayoi, the other one. That's crazy.
Anyway, Nubenheimer versus Aaron DeMac to figure out who's going to play against Tempest in the winners finals. Aaron DeMac on the back foot heavy right now. Like that up back, but Nubenheimer has the PRC to close that. I'm sorry, not to close that out, but to keep the pressure going. Damn, that guts gauge is high.
Oh, God. And it's all gone. All gone. Immediately. In a flash. You had to mention the risk gauge, Brad. You just had to call out the giant flashing beacon of take my health on the screen.
What you want from me, right? Like, Zato's an assassin, right? Like, anybody can get it. Some days it's kill or be killed in that world out there. Sometimes you just are on the back foot, right? Zato's died a couple of times in the lore.
I feel like if you have a living shadow, you shouldn't get snuck up on. Like, yeah, he can't see, but like, I don't know, man.
Nah, you don't understand. Him and the shadow don't get along. Damn, that was a quick character swap.
Yeah, we're not having that right now.
Like, all right, word. Zato ain't the way. Let's jump to the easier top tier character, because let's not pretend like Zato ain't nice. Getting the wall break with the Deus Ex here is Aaron DeMac. Gonna come off to an early lead. Decent Oki, positive bonus. We are pressing the issue.
This is so much of a better matchup too, I feel. Like, I don't think Zato's bad in the Nagoriyuki. There's a lot of tools that Zato brings to the table that really kind of can one-side this. But, like, Happy Chaos is a literal different beast.
That was... was that a, like, true two-touch into a perfect? Oh, nice throw. I love that more and more people seem ready to throw the roll-through mix-up. You can't just bring that out. You actually need them to be respecting your stagger pressure. Clipped by the counter hit, 2K low, has to spend the burst because they don't want that risk damage off of a counter hit starter. You 1,000,000,000% don't want that. Trying to press the issue moving forward. 3 bullets left of the clip. Has to spend the burst there. Does Nubenheimer, who is at the highest tier of blood. They just block the mix-up, but now their back is up against the wall. Nice throw bait out of Aaron Damac, and we're going to pop Deus Ex to break the wall, have the refilled clip, decent concentration, a hearty life lead, positive bonus, and Oki. That's a full house if I've ever seen one.
And your opponent's not going to get the burst before the round ends either, so get to have pretty much free reign as long as you can stymie this offense. The YRC is going to do a good job at that, but immediately back onto it goes Nubenhammer, and plenty of damage.
Yeah, somebody said Asuka's got you playing Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I'm dead. Oh, Fukio forward, Fukio back. Blood gauge going to be a difficulty here for Nubenheimer, clipped by the 5D with the bullets in the back, and Nubenheimer needs to connect with like a 2S, 5S, or 5H to try to get enough blood back to open up the special moves for them again. Thankfully, Aaron Damac plays a little bit with his food there and affords Nubenheimer the pickup. 5D juggle combo, getting a little bit more. We get some special moves that we can make happen now. Beyblade has to spin the burst, but Shadow Clone for it.
Yeah, I mean, they
nice air throw.
They'd gained back so much of the blood gauge right off of the third hit of the Gatling there into just everything else that happened, that even full screen they were able to throw out the clone, follow up behind it with a Fukio, just completely close that gap to take the damage, and that was really sick air throw. It was super low to the ground, like they were ready.
Yeah, can we just take 1 second? There's 4 codes left in the Matcherino and like 170 of you. There's 1,000,000% people who have not claimed those codes. Please, maybe right now isn't the time, but I just thought of it. So find a moment either now or perhaps after the set is over to please show some love to the Matcherino. One of these players is going to be coming away with that money. It might be Aaron Damac, who is off to a stronger start so far in this round now. Seems comfortably in the driver's seat. But one thing that we saw from Aaron when we saw their previous Happy Chaos match earlier was that we felt like their bullet management wasn't super great. And we're seeing it similarly here. But off of the reload, getting the back throw from the Beyblade. And we've got the bar. I kind of wish you had Deus Ex'd.
Yeah. The meter management in terms of like bullets is kind of tough too, because like there are some matchups that you can very reasonably, you know, kind of go without for a minute, because you've got like 6S, 2S, 2D, like all of these options you get a knockdown into reload. Nagoriyuki is not that matchup, right? Like you are outranged, you are outgunned with no bullets. Granted, as soon as you get those bullets, you get to see stuff like this. So it's a little scary, but it can pay off.
Yeah, Aaron Damac needs this turnaround right now, being down at a 2-game deficit, but on the back foot up against the wall, damn, they found the spot to get out of the corner, pulling out the combo, getting this advantageous screen position now, and even baiting the throw out of Nubenheimer. Their offense game is really opening up, cashing out the Deus Ex this time off of this wall splat.
Down, just fully loaded to the gills. Positive bonus connects them with 50 tension. The throw of Red RC. This is unburstable, so you have to hold this. Couldn't quite get the tension for the overdrive.
Oh my god! Nubenheimer, you madman! Okay, Fukio forward of the 2P mash. Alright, cool. Way to stabilize Aaron, but goddamn, off of wall break, you just bust out with 6-2-3 like that? Goddamn!
The whole game was shook too, because like I feel like that counter hit slowdown was more than normal, right? Like the upward slash connects, and I honestly thought my game started lagging, because I was like,
yeah,
when's it gonna end? When does the time stop end?
If the game could say it with its chest, it did.
It's like, yo, you really did this? You really got hit by this? Can't be like that.
Yeah, I wish Aaron had just played for the wall slump again on one more touch, right? Like, I get that, you know, if you had a little bit more bar, you would have gotten Deus Ex, it would have been your round, whatever. And you still ended up winning, but wow, you really took a risk there that you did not need to. Stuck up against the corner, but having all of the opportunity here to keep this game looking slow. Stay same side this time with the lows. Go for the throw this time. Pull 2 bullets in the clip.
Catching the recovery of the backdash too. That's going to be a pretty significant bit of damage here for Nubenhammer. Fukio forward into the bite. OTG not going to come through, and here we go.
Yeah, on chip, this is just going to smoke you. Damn, even structuring that out so the clone goes through the YRC. It's like you thought, yeah, spend that bar, throw it away.
Thankfully, it was just tension, you know, just like a headache. It will go away at the end of the round. Full Gatling come through with the OTG to close it all off, and this might be done. Wait.
Oh, it's done.
Oh, it's chunking. No, that's not me.
I fully believed that Aaron had ripped out the Ethernet cord. PRC close slash pick up there. It's one touch here. Has to spin the burst there. Does Aaron? Is this possible? Sure. No, well, never mind. Not anymore. Beyblade closing out with a perfect 2. Damn. Yo, I side bet on Grand Blue Grand Finals.
The casino paid for my dinner.
That's true.
It was lovely. Lovely.
The grabs from Nubenhammer tonight have been on
Damn!
point. You cannot cross this man up.
Man is reaching and teaching.
You know, I'm gonna throw some points in the pot, chat.
Yeah, you know what? Me too. Yeah, I still want to participate even though I'm a moderator. Let's even this shit out. Damn. I think we all put it on the same person. Well, if somebody voted on Tempest, they're going to feel really good if they get the dub. Oh my god.
Don't worry. I evened it out quite a bit, chat. I got you. Don't tell Bunch. It's because I work here. My points are free. I'm betting with house money.
All right, Clip with the low. Tempest cashing out the overdrive for the wall break. Healthy life lead here, but wow, I actually feel like we blinked and Nubenheimer took round 1. Oh my god, big cancels. Has to cash out the 5S chain in order to avoid popping their blood. Actually, they were a little bit better about blood than I anticipated. Damn, that stayed same side. Clip with the low. I also didn't block it, Nubenheimer. Don't worry, you're in good company.
The meaty fireball before that too really sets up a lot for Tempest to really work with in this matchup, right? Like, sure, Flash Kick not working out there, unfortunately. That's actually way more dangerous than I thought he was going to take. Sheesh. Has to burst. It's the final round of game 1. You might not even have much longer left. You get one touch? Yeah, one touch.
Oh my god, 6-2-3 at round start position there. That was nuts from Nubenheimer. But he still finds the 2K pickup into a juggle to close out the first game here. Wow, that was crazy.
I don't remember who I bet on. I do, but I don't want to.
You don't want to remember who you bet on? That's a very different statement.
It's my story and I'm sticking to it, Brad. Game 1 goes over to Nubenhammer. It was I'm not gonna say it was close. it was an interesting game 1. We're heading into game 2 now though. And we did
Oh my god, Nubenheimer, that defense just blocked the second hit and then finding the throw after it. God damn!
Oh, the counter hits problematic, forcing the burst out. Tempest just not getting the better side of these, you know, interactions that they're trying to go for.
All right, Tempest using his head right now. Counter hit starter on the 6H. Manages to bait the burst. That's huge. This overdrive, I don't think, is going to do the damage for the kill here, though. No, it isn't. Nubenheimer gets one more chance.
It's such a low damage overdrive. The throw to catch the run. The backdash.
Oh,
so slick.
Command grab was so greedy there.
You know what? I respect it. You gotta be a little greedy, especially when you're already ahead, right? Like, you have an entire game lead, and it's just the first round of game 2. Put the thought into Tempest's mind that you'll go for it in that scenario, because next time, you'll just hit close slash and obliterate their life bar.
We're gonna have to see, oh, the just block throw punish once again. Erebus had already said how insane that was when it happened in game 1. We're now in the 3rd round of game 2, and Nubenheimer has brought it out so many times, but damn, not getting the juggle combo on the 6-2-3. Nice block out of Nubenheimer, but now you're on the back foot with just shy of 50% blood. This is not the spot that I think Nubenheimer wants to be in. 50% blood, 50% life. Overdrive to close out the wall break here. Tempest in such a strong spot to even this up 1-1. The back throw from Nubenheimer, though.
The throwing from Nubenheimer, I said it at the very beginning, it's so on point. Nobody can cross him up. Can't even think about crossing him up because there wasn't, like, that wasn't a run-through slash that he threw. Tempest just
right, that was a dash up. That was like a micro dash.
Yeah, he just moved at him, and he's like, no, get back in the corner. Get away from me.
Well, and I said when Tempest was playing their set against SQ, the round before this, that Tempest was doing a really good job of, like, micro dash, wait, elicit a response, see what happens. And Nubenheimer is really in all of those gaps being like, bet, back throw, word. Like, you're going to leave a gap for me where, like, I can do this fast option while you're on top of me? Say less. I would love for you to be in the corner instead of me. DP comes out from Tempest. When are we going to cross up to get out of the corner? No, we're keeping these staggers super long. We're so comfortable playing. Close slash. Oh, and we bait the birth. Nubenheimer looking real strong for this round. If we close this out without spending our own,
just needs one more touch. The BRC, the Fukyo was so ready for it. I don't see a world where you burst at all here. But the throw with the cross up? Oh, it's getting scary time.
YRC? It's starting to be okay. YRC works. Wait. Oh my god!
Wait! Not close enough to the wall, though. Doesn't get the break. With the meaty heavy fireball? Oh, the tech may have kept you alive!
Oh my god! Tempest smelled blood in the water, but we were shark hunting, my guy. This is not safe for you. Nubenheimer's the apex predator.
Chat.
Oh, give us a second to recover.
My head is in my hands. Everybody pour one out. Here we got the whirling death to come through, though. Does do so much damage in the corner. Trying to keep this down, but the backdash from Nubenheimer.
And a side switch in the middle of that. Yo, let's go.
I don't even know how that works. The physics just don't make sense to me. Not enough to close it out, but does get to the other side for some Ks. It's so close, Chad. The razor thin margins.
Absolutely. Dash forward in a spot where Tempest is like, yeah, I get it. You're waiting for flash kicks here. So I'm going to dash forward. Beyblade into DP. Has to spin the burst there. Does Tempest about as soon as they got it. Damn, that 6-piece. Set it with his whole chest. Set it with his spectral chest. We got the pickup, but hungry for the command grab once again. When and how is Nubenheimer going to spend this burst? Oh, it's going to go through the overdrive.
The timing there working out so perfectly for Nubenheimer, but there's still 50 tension in Tempest's pocket. They can RC. They could even go for another raw overdrive, which is there. It is. That
goodbye.
Yeah, that one's not good on block.
Damn, Nubenheimer played that out great. Had that spot, and as soon as you highlighted the 50 tension, it was like, all right, how are they going to spend it? And I think Tempest made a couple of, like, all or nothing hard read plays there, got a little bit impatient in a way that they didn't need to, and that is what has put Nubenheimer now 2 games up to 1. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm also curious because of this scenario that we just saw with the run through into the overdrive. I'm wondering if they just kind of got mixed in their own head and wanted the whirling death, because that, like we said earlier, that's plus on block. That would have potentially given them another opportunity to go for some mix. So it could have been a different scenario.
Maybe. I don't really know. I do know that I believe that was only 2-1. I don't know if we're back just to sort of...
It does look like Tempest was just taking a bit of a breather. It is 2-1.
I feel that.
But yeah, needed to take a second. There's one code remaining, chat. Uno más.
Please, one of you go and claim that code so that we can finish this one out. Look, I've been commentating these community events at the Matcherinos for a hot minute, and the dopamine hit of claiming all the codes hits different. Like, no SSRI can compete with 0 out of 50 codes on your Matcherino page. Damn, what a nice burst there. These two are playing. This is the most anime Strive match I think I've ever seen.
As a medical professional, I'm going to disagree with Bradley. SSRIs are kind of sick.
I just said it's different. I just said it hits different. Right? Look at that 0 out of 50 that's there right now and tell me it doesn't hit a little bit different than your SSRI. Man, getting hit by the reversal overdrive out of Nubenheimer. That is nowhere near enough to the wall to get a wall break here, but Nubenheimer is going to get a little bit of the ability to press the issue.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take the reversal any day of the week, and yeah, your health bar disappeared. It's gone. You can claim it on your way out when you leave. But until then, it is Nubenhammers, and they only need to take one more. Next round could be sending them into Grand Finals winner side.
Oh my god, backdash 5K. Nubenheimer looking real strong right now. How far are we going to press the issue? Damn, even turning like the finishing of the 5S Rekka string into its own mix-up. Vampire Bite, you wanted for a second one? No, don't. Absolutely not. I will never agree with a second Vampire Bite. At that point, you're gluttonous. Not getting the OTG? Please pick a different deadly sin.
You know what, Brad? You don't get to live as a vampire without a little bit of gluttony. And just like that, the swing and the home run.
Watch my dogs.
Yo, shout out to Dan Cravat. Let's head on to the game. Losers set.
Yes.
Dan Cravat.
Solstice and Aaron. Mac. We got another character from Aaron, the Leo Whitefang, locked and loaded, taking a bit of punishment.
Yeah, interesting choice here to... what is that? 3, 4 characters now that we've seen from Aaron? Damn, smoked off the PRC?
At least the third, because we had Zato, Chaos, and now Leo.
Yeah, wow. Oh, catching the backdash. Aaron Demac's not going to have the resources to close that one out off of that touch, though. This next touch ought to be enough to do it. No, actually managed to grab one of those hits. I think Leo can sort of dangle in that range of, like, he gets some hits that have him do Zato or Nago damage, and then he has some hits that are, like, Milia chip damage, where it's like, yeah, okay, cool. You know, you get a hit, and it forces another mix-up, and that's really cute for you.
And then you watch, like, the wall loops, and you're like, yeah, that's some solid damage. Or you get to like watch some of those like super crazy JD juggles, and it takes like a third of your HP bar, and you're like, oh, I didn't know he could do that.
Oh my god, did we actually... So, did Aaron manage to backdash in exactly the right spot for the sword explosion to stay loaded on the screen and get smoked for it? That's real unfortunate. Solstice gonna be able to close this one out. Yeah, don't commit the burst, please.
Didn't quite get the full link there, but able to follow it up with a throw regardless to close out the round.
All right, 1 round apiece here. This is our losers semifinals. People are playing for that Matcherino money. They're playing for those 9 Moons Ascent Series points as well. Counter hit starter here for Solstice. A big pickup here with Aaron in the corner in a spot where... Is that laser actually going to connect? Yeah, okay. It has a way higher hitbox than I thought for a second. There was a brief second where I was like, damn, Leo's actually going to be above that.
Bop, bop. Oh, doesn't quite commit. Gets burstified. The red RC to keep the DP safe, and now it is a long road to recovery, but we are getting there. Aaron Damac putting the damage in there. One mix. Gets the counter hit. Closing it out. Gonna take game 1.
That was crazy. It was in that spot, right, where it's like, okay, Leo can cross you up. So when you see that little stutter step there, your expectation is not that he's going to stay on the same side. You're like, word, there's like a cross up coming or something kind of nutty. No, same side low. It's just hella ambiguous. I definitely understand how Solstice sort of lost out on the defense there. But also I want to highlight seeing all of these players so far this evening that have been able to bring out multiple characters. And even up here in, by the time we've gotten to top 8, in top 4, I think 2 or 3 players have played more than one character in the bracket so far tonight. super impressive. You know what else is not impressive is getting burst baited in that way. Aaron Damac gets smoked out for that, a clean 60%. And now Solstice firmly in the driver's seat. Get that ass back in the corner. That sword is still there, my guy. Are you going to be able to deal with the Leocopter? No, you are not. Smoked by the instant jump JP, but nothing really comes of it. The sword becomes a built-in DP burst, and Solstice has the bar to kill on the next touch. Please smoke the Leocopter this time. Blue RC and a JP this time.
Yeah, but the explosion, eruption, not going to be enough. Gets 5K'd. Okay, still in it though. The flash kick, crossover, overhead again. Goodbye.
Wow, it is insane that Solstice was not able to close out that round. That almost felt like a comedy of errors. There were so many spots there where it's like, all right, cool, and you win it. Nope, nope, you dropped it. It's like watching somebody slowly almost drop something for 30 seconds before they finally do.
The JP from Aaron that put them back in the corner against the sword explosions, I thought that should have been it, honestly. Like, that should have been the end of the round. But we're into a new round. We got new mixes, new mistakes to be made, and we're able to see Aaron avoid the explosion, gets caught by the Daru, and that, as long as we got the links, should do it. Yeah.
Right, cool. Solstice manages to stabilize that round. Aaron's still up a game and has that burst, but Solstice actually immediately gets their burst back as a result of that. So smart. Cross up right into the back throw, stays same side, up back, gets smoked out, 2K poke, nothing really comes of it. Dash forward into the back throw here for Solstice, and we're doing a great job. Damn, these immediate JPs, the fact they're getting blocked is shaking me. I'm like, am I wrong? Why would I have gotten hit by all of these? Should I be holding, 4 instead of 1 more often? Is there a lesson that I should be taking from this top 8 right now?
I'm going to lean towards yeah. 4 is definitely superior to 1. It's a bigger number after all. And right now we're seeing a lot of 4 in action as we are going to get Red RC'd up, waiting for the burst. But there it is. Last second, last opportunity. What can you get done?
Oh!
The throw!
I was so ready.
OTG!
It finds the throw! 1 OTG's enough to do, but crossed up into the corner. Damn, Aaron. So smart. That was like 3 straight brilliant decisions. The second they reset back to neutral, it was like, all right, they have bar. It's 1 touch, right? An RC off of a hit or an overdrive is going to do it. No, fireball and a PRC. I'm forcing the issue. I want to close this shit out now. Aaron looking so smart right now.
I'd be so tilted if I was Solstice, because both of these games have ended in such a fashion that, like, you can see where they dropped the ball. Like, you can pinpoint the exact moment where the game ended for them.
And it's against Aaron Damac playing a character that we are seeing represented for them for the first time this evening, on top of everything else. Like, you might have come into this prepared for the other characters out of Aaron. Waited just long enough for the sword explosion to smoke them out for it. Solstice looking very comfortable here. If I'm Aaron, okay. If you can get the burst out of Solstice, that would be the icing on the cake of this set. It's not going to happen as you're clipped at the very tip of the sword. Round goes to Solstice, but it was one of those Ramlethal rounds in a large capacity, right? Like, sometimes she has rounds where she just kind of bulldozes over you.
Yeah, and then there's this side of the coin where you get bulldozed. Already down to about half HP. Aaron didn't even need to spend meter or anything like that. They were able to just get the wall break, take the positive bonus, the 2D, the nerfed 2D, and it might be the thing that ends this round.
Blue RC getting a little bit of slowdown, leaving some space there to identify the frame trap. Nice just block from Solstice, but they actually throw Aaron out of the corner and smoke their shit for it. Reversal overdrive works out okay here for Solstice, but Aaron has the life lead still. Solstice needs to be the one driving and initiating these interactions, and that feels really bad being at the life deficit. Aaron spends the burst. We're happy about that if we're Solstice. We don't find the air throw because Solstice comes down with a button. We're not going to have the damage to close this one out, right? No, we do indeed. Solstice gets a game on the board.
Finally, one to claim as their own. And it could have slipped away, but they were able to stay strong mentally, didn't let up too much in the pressure, kept things going. Once they saw the projectile PRC again, they knew the answer. They super jumped to the sky, came down with the button, and it was able to clip Leo as they approached. So,
you know, it's a big difference maker, and I mean, I memed a little bit earlier about the 3 out of 5 conversation, and I do think this game is like, if it's not, if it shouldn't have been a 3 out of 5 game, it's right on the borderline, I think, frankly, right? We've ran 3 out of 5. We made really good time in this bracket tonight. But there's always an advantage to 3 out of 5s, or if you're a player who needs a little bit more time to acclimate to how your opponent plays the ground game, 3 out of 5 just helps you, full stop. We've seen that in Street Fighter 5 as well. Like, how many times have we watched, like, Metro M come back from a 2-game deficit because, oh, I'm a neutral-focused character, and now I figured it out. Maybe we're seeing shades of that here as well. And baiting out the DP off the block 2H.
The 3-5 conversation is interesting because it's like, if you look at, you know, traditional sports, you can very easily point to, say, boxers that are, you know, if you win in the 1 to 3 rounds, that's where they win. And then you got the distance fighters where, you know, on the 10th round, they're still chugging at you because they just never ran out of energy. And it's the same mentally for a lot of these fighting game players, right? Like, you could very easily be a 1-2 player where you have, like, just something in you that you can take a 2-1 or a 2-0. But as soon as that second win is under your belt, maybe you get cocky, maybe you let it slip. The parry on the Mortabato this time? I think you're dead.
Oh my god. Yeah, it has the resources for that. That wall break is 100% going to do it. And Aaron Damac is on set point to take this loser semis and move on to play against Tempest. We're just going to have to see whether Solstice has a 5th game in them in this set. Is Solstice a distance fighter, or are they going to go down in the 4th? We're going to have to see. Set it with his whole chest there, did Aaron. That's big damage and a really strong start for them now. The second tick in the back turn stance, Solstice wasn't prepared for it. Trying to fight their way out, but there's very little on the table in resources in terms of both of them. I lied. I am a dirty liar. The red RC was immediately available. Aaron closes it out in the 4th with a perfect
wedding to Goriyuki from Aaron.
Interesting. I don't... So, like... It's hard for me to gauge this because I can't think of Aaron's Nagoriyuki off the top of my head because I haven't seen it tonight.
And you got to think the only character that Tempest has lost to was Nagoriyuki.
That's an interesting point.
I don't know if it matters because it is, like, at that point you're comparing Aaron's Nago to Nubenheimer's.
Right, it's a different beast. 623 pickup. Wow, I can't believe you got away with a burst at the height that Tempest was at, but this later delay out of Tempest.
Just like the Blue Origin, he did not fully make it into space.
Wow.
The full screen run through is gonna work out. Gotta still watch that dome. You might have a mask on, but it is not OSHA rated.
DP, Red RC in the back, not going for a mix-up there. I think Tempest is already sort of in the expectation that there's going to be reversals coming out of Aaron. And Aaron on the back foot, set point once again for Tempest, who's firmly in the driver's seat here. They're trying to play through the real Nago at the top of the leaderboard, and that is Nubenheimer, and they are going to get that chance off of this clean sweep. Tempest moves up to our grand finals for the run back against Nubenheimer.
And so this is going to be the end of the night soon, chat. We are heading into the potential final game. We do have the grand finals, which means that there could potentially be a grand finals reset. But until we get to that point, we are just hanging out in the grand finals. Nubenheimer's been hanging out on the winner side, waiting for Tempest to make his way back.
Yeah, so given what you've seen all night, right? And people want to gamble, so they can spend their channel points to find out in the prediction. But who do you think is going to take this between Tempest and Nubenheimer?
Nubenheimer.
Oh, okay, that was immediate.
Yo, what was the score?
3-0?
3-0?
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. Yeah, I think Nubenheimer just looked so much more in control towards the end of their set earlier that they, now that they've rested, they potentially could continue to bring it back. Prediction is live, as you can see on your screen.
Word.
That said, we talked about this a little bit last night too, where there's the other side of that coin, right? Where Tempest has now just played in a 1-3. Sure, it was 3-0, but it was a 1-3. So they get to come in a little bit warmer than Nubenheimer will. So there's like the momentum of coming in from loser side facing off against the calmness of winner side, and you kind of have to like weigh those benefits.
Yeah, well, and I think on top of that as well, right? Coming into it a little bit more composed in grands by coming in from the winner side, always nice. But you also already took a 3 out of 5 set against these people.
Yeah.
And
so I'm gonna explain why I'm cracking up so much. So in the Discord,
because I'm wondering why.
So
it was very throwing for me.
In the Discord, Nubenheimer goes, at Tempest, I want to play Soul, yes or no? In parentheses, only if you don't play Leo. And Tempest goes, sure.
Oh shit.
So and that's exactly what Nubenheimer said was, oh shit.
See, I saw something else in Discord, thought you were laughing at that, and then was like, that doesn't feel like a laughable thing. That doesn't feel like the reasonable response for that. Actually, no. All right, we're watching. I'm going to use the C word, y'all. There's collusion happening in our Discord right now. They are fixing the character matchup in this grand finals in real time, and I, for one, am completely here to stand for it.
So, is it collusion to pick your opponent's character as long as you don't, like, split the prize money?
You know, that's it.
Because, like, way back at, like, IPL 6 or something, there was League of Legends collusion, but that was because they agreed to split the prize money.
Sure.
Also, I saw get off P1, so I think Tempest should be on the P1 side as we load in, and they are.
Yes. All right, we got the real stuff. Nubenheimer says, my bad, don't hurt me, in chat. Yeah, the anti-collusion pairing here, the characters that we would have anticipated. And what I was saying before your laughter wildly threw me off was that, you know, these two have played a 3 out of 5 already this evening, and Nubenheimer took that 3-1, right? It's not like this was... Yeah. Not to throw any shade at Tempest, but it wasn't a close 3-2 that went down to the wire, right? Nubenheimer took it, and the set count looks comparatively comfortable. And now Tempest needs to change that result twice.
Yeah, that's always like the rub too. Tried to get cheeky with the reversal overdrive, had to follow it up with the PRC to try and even think about being safe. But Nubenheimer too ready.
Right, finding the throw. I love how aware Nubenheimer has been of all of these, you know, gimmicky cross-up mix-ups where it's like, hey, I completely know that I need to bring throw out in this situation, and I'm still mindful of it. You haven't made me forget yet. Oh, the delayed back throw from Tempest connects off of the back dash. Of course, we go for the cross-up, and there's that just block into back throw again.
The FDJB just block is what's really throwing Tempest in this scenario, and it's one of those like little things that takes so much time to really perfect in terms of timing, but it gives you so many benefits. It's so worth it.
Right, finding the throw off of the punish, Tempest is able to take that round for themselves. 1 round apiece now.
Bop,
oh, I love that whiff punish from Tempest.
Yo, he chased him from downtown and said, hey, you forgot this. Takes him through the wall. Positive bonus going to give him the immediate 50-10 for an overdrive.
Oh, cashing out the burst. But that's not bad for Nubenheimer because they're still in the driver's seat. How far are they going to be able to press the issue? Extra Fukio. Wow, Fukio back. They were far more conservative with the blood gauge than I thought. The delayed Leocopter does catch out the 6-2-3 attempt, and Tempest is in the better spot here. Nubenheimer on the back foot. Fukio back, needs to finish out the target combo to keep themselves from dying. Gets the 5D juggle. How far are we going to be able to push this?
Quite far as we're in the corner now. How do you get out of this as Tempest, the flash kick into the red RC? Oh, the 2D.
Oh.
You got to be careful. Gets hit low. The burst comes out of Nubenheimer. And what
the burst had just gotten back. Absolutely crazy. Finds the throw. Tempest takes the first game. Oh my God, that was tense. And back and forth. But the micro decision making happening from both players is so good.
The JK on the approach there from Tempest was so different from what you're expecting, right? Because it's such a lanky normal because it's just he sticks his little leggy out, and it's just
Right.
you weren't expecting it. You're expecting him to go for like the full-on sword dive because that's typically what you see from Leos, but that's not the option you got. It's the option that got you hit, and so there you go. Game 1 to Tempest, looking a little bit better.
Oh, and it feels very much like they're the aggressor right now in this set. Like, I feel like Nubenheimer is having to meet Tempest's intensity. And that's something that comes as a result of being warm, like you were talking about at the top of it. Coming in from the loser side already warm. Goes for the overhead instead of the side switch. Nubenheimer gets smoked out for it. Plus frames. Double mix-up. Watch your ankles.
Oh, we're breaking them. You're not guessing correctly right now. Flash kick RC into the triple JP. That is grimy.
Wow, Tempest is playing so well right now. DP round start from Nubenheimer. Okay, 6K forces the burst out from Tempest, but Tempest is so willing to spend that burst in this position because Nubenheimer needs to win 2 rounds. You're 1,000,000% getting another burst before this is going to be a problem. Burst on the table for Nubenheimer. They are going to still have to eat this wall break off of the overdrive, though. How is Tempest going to choose to try to bait this burst out? I'm sorry, immaculately. I was going to say we've seen them do it before. I tripped on my words so much trying to keep up with Tempest. They were already doing it.
Yeah, I was going to let you find your way out of that paper bag of a sentence.
Eventually, look, if you turn left every time there's a turn in a maze, eventually you will solve the maze. You just have to keep the wall to your left. That's a lot like speaking the English language.
Let's head into the game, chat. I'm not going to entertain that. We are currently sitting 2-0 for Tempest NYC. The Leo King trying to take on the Nagoriyuki Beast of Nubenheimer, but we still got games to go. We still have a first to 3, and maybe another one after that. Let's see what we can get done. Burst thrown out there from Nubenheimer.
Right, going for the issue. Wow, the fast PRC lets them catch out the attempt at like an immediate Leocopter. I think to get away from grab or command grab for like a high yield return here. It's not going to matter. Wow, cross up, mix up in the middle of that, finds the throw. One more touch should do it, gets another throw. Tempest about to sweep this out for the bracket reset.
And what a turnaround. That is the epitome of taking your losers finals momentum and running away with it. That is completely eradicating any type of calmness Nubenheimer came in with. It is gone, dusted. And right now, so is the health bar of Tempest, because you are dying right now, my friend.
It happens sometimes. You know, Nago can 2-touch you. Tempest can 100% still make this happen. But wow, going right into the DP, we're seeing Nubenheimer is having to make these higher risk plays. But I said at the beginning of this that it felt like Tempest was very much the one dictating the pace and that Nubenheimer was trying to keep up. I kind of need Nubenheimer to keep up. I need them to play a little bit faster here. They're just getting bulldozed over. When is the burst going to get baited? Because I have every expectation that Tempest is going to remove it from contention.
Nope.
Finding the throw, yeah, your burst isn't going to matter. The bracket is getting reset with a burst left behind. Nubenheimer, please dial up that intensity. That's what you need to do. Tempest is running circles around you right now.
And we are heading into the grand finals. Ristretto. And I think I just got the stop yelling text.
Ristretto?
Nope, never mind. Listen, it's a joke I made like 3 times last week and nobody caught it. And it made me a little sad.
Okay, well, I caught it. I don't...
Well, you did this time, but you didn't mention it last week.
Did you say it with me on you?
I didn't say it. I just had it on screen for everybody to see.
Oh.
See? Right at the top. Although I spelled it wrong this time. I don't remember how to spell it.
My head is in my hands, chat.
That is 3 times. How many times can Nubenheimer get away with it?
Right, fishing with that 5H, but we talked about the downside of a lot of the Nago players that we've seen this evening is that people have gotten more and more comfortable of being like, I know how to fish out and whiff punish 5H. And I also know that it's what you're gonna press when you're right at the top of rank 2 blood. So Tempest demonstrating that super well right now. Unfortunately, the back throw comes out. Nubenheimer gets the plus frames from the close slash, and now they've got this really strong position for themselves, but they're sort of blocked out of special moves for at least the next few seconds.
For long enough to get thrown into oblivion as we get the cross-up coming through from Tempest. And it turns out Tempest does have their tryhard pants on. They decided to get dressed halfway through the tournament. Nubenheimer has a lot of ground to make up.
All right, we are able to cash this out with the overdrive. That's going to get us the good wall break, positive bonus, and Oki. Sitting at full health still and a 60% life lead. This is a really strong round thus far for Nubenheimer. If I'm Tempest, don't even sink your burst into this.
Yeah, I would have put the controller down, taken a sip of water.
Exactly.
Done a deep breath. Like, moved on. That round is over for
you. In for 3, out for 5. Immediate Leocopter, nothing really comes of it. Nice just block from Nubenheimer. I imagine it was, I don't know if it was deliberate, but puts them in a better spot here to try to make some stuff happen. Burst comes out from Tempest, who is trying to push past that 5H wall, and you can see Nubenheimer walking forward a little bit more. I feel like they're hitting buttons a little bit more.
Yeah, they've slowed the tempo down to one that suits them much better. Instead of letting Leo dictate where you're going to be on the screen, you're just set in a pocket of your own gameplay, and suddenly Tempest is getting inside your pockets a little bit. Able to turn it around now.
Yeah, cashing that one out off of the pickup behind the clones. First game on the board for Nubenheimer in this entire grand finals, but post-bracket reset now sitting up at 1-0. If there was a time to come online, after bracket reset is 100% it.
It is the only time left, Brad, if we're being honest.
Right. Well, yeah.
Like, if it doesn't happen here, see you next week. And
yeah, fair.
Not even next week, because next week we're running Plus R. Although, if anybody in the Strive community would like to learn the game, we do run it ladder, so you can get as many games as you would like. And it's a great learning experience. You can catch the VOD from last time, where we had our wonderful commentators trying step-by-step walk Bunch through how to play the game. And it led to him having a very respectable 0-11.
I'm genuinely stunned.
Was that plus R? Was that really plus R though?
I'm genuinely stunned that you aired Bunch's dirty laundry. Like you were like, "Hey chat, just so you know,
listen,
Bunch goes 0-11."
We streamed his entire run, Brad. It's
right. I know.
I'm pretty sure I didn't go 0-11 plus R.
Was it Xrd?
It might have been Xrd.
Don't you
no,
actually play,
I'm lying.
Didn't you actually play Xrd?
I played both of them.
I think it was the one without pin. You're stunned silence.
Oh, you're waiting for me? You're waiting for me?
I was waiting for my co-commentator to say something.
I'm trying to. I don't know which one she doesn't have pin in.
Oh my god.
The back throw RC is
this is how you know commentators don't play fighting games, bro.
I don't commentate Plus R or Xrd. I didn't play those games.
Those games are older than me. We got the flash kick out of Tempest. Trying to keep the tempo high. Oh, good punish there with the mid. Nubenheimer getting some work done. Seeing a specialist for it.
Right, slowly pushing forward. Wow, the amount of momentum that was carried behind those dash cancel Ps ended up earning Tempest a little bit more space than I would have anticipated there. Having this pickup a little bit too far away to finish out that combo, but what did I say? Like, the 2S and 5H whiff punishes from people are on point. Love that Kara 6K from Tempest to bring that one together. 1-1 now post-bracket reset. I know, hey, we were talking about how we don't play Plus R, but the flyer already went away. This is going to be a Plus R side tournament at Combo Breaker. So if you're a Gear fan and you're going to Combo Breaker, you can go and show some love to the Plus R side tournament that's going to be happening on Friday. It's in our slide rotation.
It is a 120 player cap, too. So definitely
I do not know whether it is capped.
I don't know at the moment either. So if you are interested, you got to check it out at tiny.something.
So I think the registration's closed, but they did not hit the cap. But if you're really about that life, I would just go stand around and see if somebody doesn't want to play or doesn't show up. Maybe somebody can slip you into the bracket. That's what I would do for a side event. Oh yeah, I'm doing that.
Numenhire trying to press the issue after spending their burst. Wow, Tempest is being so respectful. What a departure from the first set in Grands. Tempest just surrendered like half the screen freely by just walking backwards.
And it genuinely cost them the round. Too.
Yeah.
It gave so much space for Nubenheimer to approach and play on their game plan, use those longer normals to get through there, whereas this, much better for Tempest. Able to keep it tight and close, getting the overhead into the overdrive, and here we go through the wall. Like, this is such better, so much better for Tempest in every sense of the word.
Yeah, you want to make this happen as quick as possible, but I think the staggers are getting really blown up. Nubenheimer has gotten a little bit more comfortable with where to stick out 5K. Yeah, spend the bar, it's fine. Wow, that didn't even kill. Damn, that's a bad overdrive. PRC. Ooh. Wait, when did that fireball even happen?
There was a fireball on the screen? No, he used his body. No, there
right,
was a fireball. No, that came out afterwards.
Yeah.
Huh?
Must have just hung on to the input after the kill. Interesting. Anyway, Tempest, okay, there was a burst bait there for layer 1. Nubenheimer elects to burst at layer 2. Beyblade does still get thrown because Nubenheimer doesn't feel comfortable committing the extra blood gauge to keep themselves in the special cancel. YRC. Oh my god.
So ready.
Tempest 2-1 post bracket reset. Officially now performing better than they did in the winners finals as well, because they only got the one game in winners finals. They're looking so comfortable right now.
Other than the game 1 of the reset here, Nubenheimer has looked like a completely different player, honestly. Like, they just look almost checked out. Notorious with the Tempest is just too good. It's true. I don't know if I would say
I don't know if I would say checked out. It just they feel overwhelmed.
That's a good interrupt there, catching the run through. The flash kick, unfortunately timed.
Overdrive comes out. There's no way that's enough to kill, right?
No.
I'll eat my hat. Thank God it's not. I said it, and then I was like, there's a world where I eat my hat here.
See, my question was, I didn't know you owned a hat.
I own a few. I just don't wear them a lot because I hate how they make my hair feel, and also my head is usually too big for them. Finds the back throw there to Nubenheimer to close out that first round here of this game, but still on the back foot. Oh my god, these aggressive round starts. That is an immediate 50% life lead. When I said I needed to see more from Nubenheimer, this is exactly the kind of thing I was talking about.
New sub goal, get Brad to eat a hat. Oh god, the PRC into just death. That's death for who though? Death for who? Blocks the overhead, plus frames on the overdrive.
Okay, 5P mash from Nubenheimer. We're going to game 5. I was so ready for Tempest to find a hit in that mix-up and just keep the combo going for long enough to guarantee death because of the passive blood drain. That is such a smart spot for Nubenheimer to have mashed.
It's plus 14 on block, chat. And the 5P is 5 frames. What did Tempest do for those 9 frames?
They were leaving a really wide gap to try to elicit some sort of response. It's the only thing I can think of. Maybe they were fishing for a shimmy. It was just not the right thing to do.
Round start goes their way, though. Gets the throw bait, gets the burst. And they just immediately die. What is happening? Nobody's protecting the toes, Brad. We talked about getting helmets earlier. Everybody's hanging out in their sandals, their flip-flops. We are in an open-toed shoe season.
This round from Tempest has been crazy. You're talking about nobody checking their toes. I feel like 75% of the moves from Tempest in that round were back turn K, just poking away and scuffing up Nubenheimer's kicks. And here we are with Tempest now on tournament point having reset the bracket and now being up this life lead in our Game 5 post-bracket reset. Counter hit 2D starter as a wake up 2D, blowing up Nubenheimer for trying to make some sort of play for themselves. That gets the wall break, positive bonus, and a life lead. Nubenheimer still has burst. Leocopter up drift Red RC, plays burst safe the whole way through as well. Nubenheimer refuses to spend the burst, commits the White RC a second bite. A third
You
bite.
won't do it a fourth. You won't do it. He didn't do it, but it doesn't matter. He got the round. I don't know. I had so many things I wanted to talk about that round. The overdrive for one, and there's just no time, Brad, because we're immediately heading into the final game, final round, and Nubenheimer is obliterating the bar of health.
Absolutely, but the longer Tempest blocks this out, the more Nubenheimer has to use these special moves. Gets out, but anti-air close slash, that really almost clinches this for Nubenheimer. Nubenheimer still has their burst. Tempest has to, okay, spins the reversal. Burst is on the table, smoked by the 5P. PRC from Nubenheimer to ensure that they bait the burst. Tempest doesn't spin it. Red RC forward drift. Gets the close slash. Nubenheimer has to spin their burst immediately. Finds the cross up. Tempest is in the driver's seat. Smoked by the 2S!
It was honestly an almost no-win scenario for Tempest there. They didn't have enough health to survive any hit, and they would have had to gold burst. That was the only way for them to use that resource at that point. And yeah, the piano was going off the entire set, Dan.